Okay, we had a little technical glitch, but we all good now. Okay, good Monday to you. I'm Lavender Essence, also Stephanie Moko or Steph, and this is Real Talk 757. Today we have a guest who I've collaborated with on a few occasions, and he is going to introduce himself.
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm T Real. That's my stage name I go by. I'm a rapper, actor, book author, book publisher, screenwriter. You know, the whole nine yards. Very versatile in this world we live in today.
That's what's up. Thank you for being here. So, you got a lot going on. So, what's happening with you right now? What's new?
As far as the new things, I'm still doing movies. We just wrapped up a movie called Breathe, produced by Crystal May.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, I put a lot of people on that I've acted with in the past to her movie. I brought volume to her production, and she's thankful over that. You know, because I'm about helping people
Yes.
also any way I can. So you know, we looking forward to doing that, and I also wrapped up another film up in Seaford, Virginia called Saltfield. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be a deep film because it's involving slavery. So we wrapped that up or whatever. So you know, I'm doing that. You know, it took 12 hours to do, but we got it done, and you know, the producer was happy. So I'm pretty much cool with that. Pretty much cool with what he want to do, and I got a music video that I'm working on getting done for a new single I got. So
Okay.
definitely,
That's what's up. Look, what you just said takes me back to the video that we did, all about, well,
so
yeah,
survival,
survival.
survival.
It's all about survival. Now, with these films that you're doing, they're here in Virginia. You're working with local directors.
For well, some of them are local. Another one is outside of Virginia. One of the directors and the cameraman, he's actually from Florida, and he has a buzz in Florida. So he's gonna make it so some of his a lot of his audience in Florida is gonna also be audience here in Virginia. So
Okay.
you know, Florida's one of the versatile states. You know, a lot of movies have been done there.
Oh, yeah,
So
Miami Vice and so much more.
Bad Boys with Martin and Will Smith.
Yeah.
Yes.
Uh-huh. That's what's up. Would you be able to tell us a little bit more about the movie that you're wrapping up here in Virginia? What you say it's called? It's called
The new movie we just did, it should be out this summer. I think June, but it should be out this summer. It's called Breathe.
Breathe.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So where would we be able to catch Breathe?
Well, they're, the producer, Crystal's working on getting it in the local theaters and
Mm,
preferably the AMC theater.
okay.
But also it might be on other platforms, Tubi TV, Amazon Prime. You know, and Tubi TV is free, so you
Yes.
know Netflix, YouTube. But if it's on Tubi, anybody can watch it.
Okay. So tell us about this music that you have going on.
It's a song I got with a VA singer. Her name is Shafan Koliar.
Hmm.
I have a song that's a love song basically or whatever, and the video I have a great concept about it or whatever.
Yes.
So it's basically a love song. You know, just basically saying you know should it's called should have known better. So it's basically saying you done me wrong. I should have used my head. You know what I'm saying? So I feel it's gonna be a great song and a great video that's gonna come out.
Yeah, your concepts are dope. And
Yeah.
one thing that I can say about you is you keep it real. You know,
Yeah.
and that's I'm at a loss of words right now, but that's not it's rare to find authenticity and true artistry because in some instances there are compromises that are made.
Yeah.
And and just being an entrepreneur, I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm evolving, and I'm experiencing some things. And at the end of the day, being true to who you are and being true to your core, that's the key. Because when you start out, of course we all evolve. Your second album is not gonna be the first, is not gonna be the same as your first, and so on and so forth. But your core audience, they're gonna follow you, they're gonna be with you, they're gonna connect with you, and they're gonna ride with you on this journey. And your name speaks for itself. T Real. That's
Yeah.
what's up.
Yes. I really love that. I
Hmm.
really love that.
Yeah. So I mean, you also write as well. Now, you have a book with you. Do you write scripts and everything, what do you write?
I write books. I write scripts. I actually have a film script that I wrote a while back. And I got it copywritten.
Mm.
I'm working on. I did it the right way. I'm working
Mm-hmm.
on getting a budget so I can have it done because a lot of times you want a film done right, it's gonna take a budget. You might got people that can help you for free, but like sometimes what I mean. You get what you pay for, even
Yeah.
if it's free. Sometimes you're gonna get what you pay for. So it's good to have a budget when you're
Mm-hmm.
shooting a film because you got to think cameraman, the right person, the right editor. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know how to edit, you got to think about all that when you're doing the film. Now I've dibbled and dabbled with editing. I want to learn more, but like it takes a lot to do a film though because I mean not only do I like to work in front of the camera, but in the back of the camera too, behind the scenes too. So
Yes.
that plays a part too. So if that's what you want to do, so I'm working on getting a budget for the film that I want to do. It's already copywritten, so no one can duplicate it without getting sued. So I did it the right way. Before
Yes.
I put it out, I made it mine. So
Yes.
yeah.
I
So
applaud you for that.
thank you because there's so many people out
Uh,
here that's claiming things that they're not that's not theirs or they're not the creator behind it.
mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Tell us about your book.
All right, basically, this is my book right here. It's called "The Love That Caused the Heart of Fury." This is the paperback version, but online you can also buy an ebook version on Amazon. It's basically about a young girl, who fell in love. She had her head on her shoulders. She fell in love with this guy who was a Marine that was 10 years older than him. He was a drunk. He was very aggressive. They started out cool at first, but
Mm-hmm.
it just became to the point where it became dark moments in her life, and like unfortunately for her, what I mean, she had to face a tragedy. Her family had to witness her demise. So
Oh.
it's a great story though. I've been getting good feedback on it. Like so far, I got like at least 10 book reviews on Amazon. They all positive, all 5 stars. I cannot make
Mm-hmm.
this up. All you gotta do is look up my book on Amazon. You'll see all 5 stars. So far so good. I done something right. I'm glad.
So how did you come up with the concept for this book?
Well, a little bit of a couple of things. Like at the time when I was going on, what was going on in my life. What I mean, I was facing this situation where people tend to when it comes to love, people kind of can get aggressive. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? They can do love can cause them to do some very out of line things. So
Mm-hmm.
I've been through that. From what I've seen, who I dealt with, and I've also seen it from other people. And also too, I wrote this from a woman's perspective and point of view because I be hearing people say all the time, well, women are emotional. Women are just so extra emotional. They so get heartbroken so quick. They so extra emotional. But men actually are worse sometimes. They can get very emotional, especially when they testosterone go up. So I just did that because the man is the aggressor in the story. I did that to show people that and remind people like, listen, it's not just women, it's men that act out too out of love too.
Yes, a lot of different variations when it comes to emotions. And it's refreshing to hear a man speak on, emotions as it relates to testosterone and just being in a relationship, having feelings. You know what I'm saying? That's wow. You got ebooks too. Or Nook, what's Nook?
Ebook. Nook is basically on Barnes and Noble, but the ebook is in Kindle ebook on Amazon. That's what that is.
Okay, so
So
you got your books are in Barnes and Nobles.
yes, it's on the Barnes and Noble website.
Okay,
It's on the
okay.
Barnes and Noble website. It's on the Amazon website, and it's on the Walmart website.
Dang.
Yep.
Okay. So let me ask you something because I see a lot of things about different packaging and packages and stuff like that. And Amazon allows artists or publishers to be able to what is it? I'm at a loss of words right now, but it allows for an artist to be able to self-publish. So when you
Yes.
self-publish, that's a lot less money that you have to spend with a big book company, right?
Yes, but it's I would not to cut you off, but
Mm-hmm.
it's pros and cons to
Yeah,
self-publishing.
yeah. Tell us about that.
It's pros and cons to self-publishing. The pros is like you can basically choose, you know what I mean, how much you want your book to sell for. Now, of course, you need to be reasonable because, you know, Amazon, KDP, Kindle Direct Publishing, they're going to take their cut. So you got to
Right.
be reasonable on selecting a decent amount of book, a decent amount of book price so you can make a profit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's the pro to it. And but the con to it is they don't help you with promotion and marketing. You got to do it all yourself. But the thing is, like with a traditional publisher, a lot of them are expensive. I'm not gonna lie. They might cost some cash, sometimes 3,000, 5,000, sometimes more, but they have different packages. But like if they help you promote, you're gonna get out there faster, and it's possible that you can become a best-selling author faster with the
Mm-hmm.
traditional publisher. So what was told to me was the best thing to do is like if you're trying to get out there or become a best seller author. You know what I'm saying, it's best to maybe start out as doing it on Amazon,
Mm-hmm.
KDP.
Mm-hmm.
Then while you're doing that, while your book is out, while you're coming out with another book, try to get some funds right to get with the publisher so you can expand your buzz with the book.
You know what? I say that going the Amazon route is good for application, publication, and exposure
Yeah.
because, releasing a book is a big deal. Whether you're doing it independently or you're doing it with a publishing company, it's a lot that comes with that. Um, does Barnes and Noble and Walmart offer the same type of packaging with self-publishing as Amazon?
Um, well, Amazon KDP. Barnes and Noble, I believe that they do have packages where you can get your book published through them. They may cost a little more, but they do have it. But as far as Walmart, no, Walmart is just a retail store.
So Walmart alone, they don't necessarily push it, but the name is a brand. So with you, with the author saying that their book is at Walmart, it gives it a bit more credibility. Would you say that or not?
Yeah, yeah, I would say that because I mean, even though Walmart is not a book publishing company, it's just a retail store. The simple fact that your book has been uploaded to their system, they're willing to place it for sale on their website.
Hmm. Now, marketing and promotion, that's a job all in itself.
Oh yeah,
And, as an artist, an independent person, you're creating a product, you're shopping a product to get it to different places so that it can get the exposure that it deserves. You're also pushing the product, marketing, promoting. You're also going out there as you are networking and stuff like that, and even just on the street, coming across people in passing or whatnot.
yeah.
You're talking about what you do. So, how much energy does it take for you to be able to do what you do?
Uh, yeah, no, it's a lot of energy. I gotta admit, it's a lot of
Mm,
energy, but it's also fun too because I don't know if you've seen recently online a young lady had purchased my book. I don't know if you've seen that, but
I
like
haven't,
she
but
posted, she was like support local artists
yes.
and at some point I'm supposed to meet with her to sign my book, my autograph on the book, but like she was like support local artists. Terell Hill, he's a dope artist. You know what I'm saying, dope book author and stuff. When is part two coming out? She was saying that. So yeah, it can be fun promoting, but also it does take a lot of work. You know what I'm saying? Because like I'm gonna give you an example. Like when I was helping Crystal May, the producer, promote this movie and the
Hmm.
trailer that we did, I shared it to almost every group that I was part of on Facebook. I was sharing it separately, and that's a lot because you got
It
to share it
is.
separately. And two, if your internet is not all speedy on your device, it's gonna take longer too. But I did it though because I know at the end it's gonna be worth it. So
Hmm.
I say like nothing is easy, but it'd be worth it at the end. So like someone told me years ago, if it was easy, everyone would be doing it, and something that's worth working for is not gonna be easy.
No, it's not.
So you just gotta stick at it though. I know it may seem irritating you doing it, you might not feel like you're not getting anywhere, but it's God strengthening your faith. Not I'm gonna stop saying God's testing your faith. He's strengthening your faith. You see
Okay.
what I'm saying?
I can rock with that.
Because God is not gonna put you up in a position where you can't handle. So if you're in a position where you didn't lose faith and you stuck with it, then He's strengthening your faith. Your faith is strengthened. You can be resistant towards the devil trying to bring you down.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's God strengthening your faith. So when you promoting and stuff, it's no guarantee, but your faith can get strengthened. So.
And the thing of it is too, with promoting, it's not guaranteed for it to just blow up overnight.
No.
It's a process, and sometimes it's that one thing that can just go viral. It's that one thing that can catch, and or the best marketing that people, the best marketing that we could use is word of mouth. Starting from the ground up. And, when we start, everybody's different. But sometimes we just get excited and we run out and we do this and we do that. But what's important is, establish your connections and maintaining connections. That's what I'm working on now. And that's like grassroots when you got that word of mouth promotion from the
Yeah.
ground up, because that represents a core audience. So let me ask you something. Speaking of audience, you got your books in various places and stuff like that. You're a screenwriter. You write plays. You're an artist, so you write songs. And you're also, are you a producer, or are you veering into producing?
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to work my way into producing. I mean, I've learned a little bit about producing beats, and I actually have a associate producer credit in a movie that I
Yes.
did. So yeah. So I'm definitely, what I'm
Ooh.
saying, on the producer side as well, because I feel like ownership, or partly ownership, can carry a different ways, because when you, of course, you work for someone else, you are kind of limited to a certain extent. What I'm saying? So I always wanted to claim ownership, so
Hmm.
have
Now,
more options.
I'll say this because, you know, writing a book for me, it seems, you know, it seems like a daunting task, because when I think of writing a book, I think of something thick, but it doesn't have to be thick. Do you have, I guess, a process for writing books versus writing plays, or how do you?
Uh, I basically, well, I did it the old fashioned, well, not old fashioned way. It was kind of like a hard way. I didn't have to do it the first time. The first time I wrote this book, I actually written it all down in the journal. I written the characters down, the hypnosis, the topic of the idea, and I just started writing, and ideas came to my head. But like, I know I really didn't have to do that, because whatever idea I got, I can either write it down and type it. You know what I'm saying? So I wrote the whole book into a journal, and then I typed it all. That's probably why it took me longer to publish it. But then I typed it all and then got it published. But my idea I do, because I'm working on two other books right now. I'm working on a kids book. What I'm saying, it's gonna have
Nice.
educational, and it's supposed to have. I'm trying to make it so it has educational information in the back of the book, and also, I'm
Mm.
working on another short story. It's going to be a spinoff on the two characters that survived in this book. So basically, what I do now is, whatever ideas I have, I might jot them down, but I start typing. Once I start typing, of course, with any other author, ideas pop up in the head. When you start typing it, your creativity cap is on.
Oh
So
yeah,
once you start typing, so that's basically how I do it now. So
yeah,
so yeah, to save me some time, because writing it down a whole bunch, especially a long novel or whatever, that can take a while. So
yeah.
I just type as I think. So yeah, that's
What
basically.
What you think about AI with
Uh,
writing?
I never thought about it. When I think of AI, I think of like music wise, But
Hmm.
I mean, as far as AI or whatever, I quite need to learn how that works, because I never did it before. But like, if it's going, I feel like this. If it's going to be where it makes it look like someone else created your work, then I don't feel it's a good idea. But if it's going to be beneficial, what I'm saying, to you, where you can still claim the work, that's
Yeah.
cool. So I don't know, because the reason why I say it, because with music, like for instance, my favorite rapper that passed away, DMX,
Mm.
you can get an AI on his voice.
Mm.
Some people would think that don't understand AI would think it's him, but it's really you. But you using, but the AI is converting his voice. You know what I'm saying? Because Timberland was doing that. He was showing how you can do that or whatever. But
Shout out to VA.
shout out to VA.
Two up, two down, all day.
But
Yeah.
but as far as the AI though, like with the music or whatever, I'm gonna get back on the subject. Like,
Yeah.
if it makes it look, because a lot of people, they don't want to support local artists, but if somebody's popular, they get more respect for them. So if you do a song and it sounds like Timberland or DMX, your buzz is gonna go up. You know what I'm saying? But like, at the same time, like, I want to build up for my own. You
Yes.
know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to use nobody else's voice as for clout. You know, because
Right.
it's bad enough people are doing it for clout for a come up. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it can be AI can be beneficial, but it can also work against you too. I think especially if it's done too much. It's just like sampling music. I'm not gonna say no names, but it's a bunch of producers and artists out there that sample music too much. When you do
Mhm.
it too much, it's a problem. So I
Mhm.
feel if it's not
I get that.
overdone or something like that. But if you do AI and you don't overdo it, I feel it may can help your buzz because people see, oh, this person sound like Jay Z or so and so. Oh, listen to this song with this person. And who the other artists? You know what I mean? Because you can have one verse where it's you, and then you have another verse where it sound like Jay Z or Nas, and then it's like make it look like y'all did the song together. Then a lot of artists is when you on a song with a popular artist and you got a dope verse, they gonna know who you are. So AI it can work against you or it can help you. It just depends on how it's done. I put it to you like that.
And you broke it down all the way. I like
Yeah.
that. So, what you like to do outside of film, music,
Um,
artistry?
I like to get hands on, like study and work with animals and stuff. I plan on whenever I can move to a bigger spot, getting animals, turtles, lizards. I had plenty of turtles as a kid, but I want, a big, tank where I can have some turtles. I can have lizards. I never had lizards. You know what I'm saying? Maybe put some frogs in there because I've caught frogs as a kid, toads and
Okay.
frogs.
Okay.
I
Okay.
work with dogs. I got a dog. I like working with animals. I like watching TV. I like reading books, studying on them. You know what I'm saying? I always look at YouTube tutorials
Oh
about
yes.
animals. So that and also martial arts training. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? I'm actually in martial art training. Speaking of right now.
So when you say training, you talk about training for yourself or training other people in martial arts?
Well, both. You know what
Uh-huh.
I'm saying? Because at some point I want to get certified where I can become my own teacher. You know what I'm saying? At some point, but I'm definitely training. Because I've been training off and on since I was 7 years old. But a lot of times it costs money.
Oh
So
yeah.
what I'm saying. Being that I'm back able to do it, I want to stick with it. As much as I can. You know what I'm saying? But I never stopped training. I mean, I might not have trained every day, but I never stopped training. I mean, I've read books, I've read YouTube tutorials, I got privately with people. So outside of the school, I gotta say that I never stopped training. But when I'm in the school, it's like unlimited things. You know what I mean? It's like I got more time. It's like it's no limit to what I can learn in the school. But
Mm-hmm.
like outside of school, I'm limited in time and stuff like that. And like if I study from a book, I don't have nobody to kind of like help me do certain things. So certain things I'm limited to. You see what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? But I make it work though because that's something I always love to do though. You know what I mean? I usually don't like to talk about it in every situation because with martial arts, it's spontaneous.
Yes.
It's not guaranteed that it's gonna work.
Uh-huh.
You might know how to do a certain technique, but
Mm-hmm.
what Mike Tyson said before, everybody has a plan till they get punched in their face. You know what I'm saying? So because
Ooh.
you can do a takedown on somebody or
Yeah.
do a certain move. You might know how to do that, but when it's time to react, you might be so nervous and you shake up. It's just like having a gun or knife. You might be good with using a knife, or you know what you do, or you might have a good aim with a gun. But are you mentally prepared to do it when it's time to act in self-defense? Because
Wow.
stuff can happen out of nowhere. You can say, well, I'm gonna do this person do this, but when it happens, you either panic or you doing whatever it takes to get away. So you
Mm-hmm.
gotta be mentally prepared to do anything. It's spontaneous, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So I try not to talk about martial arts so much because certain people will try you like on the
Yeah.
like if you're on the streets and you let somebody know that, not saying they are, but somebody can challenge somebody, say, what you gonna do, somebody do that, or what you gonna do, somebody do that, and you don't want to show people what you're doing unless it's a bad situation. So you got people that will try you. So martial arts, that's something that needs to be selective when it comes to talking about. We talking about it right now because I'm comfortable with you, but no, I'm not comfortable like that with everybody. You know what I mean? So,
Wow.
but I love doing it though. It's not guaranteed though, and I want to explain something else.
Go ahead. Drop it.
Certain martial arts, people don't know they have what you call fixed or set patterns. You know what I'm saying? So all of them basically are set patterns where you got to study them and you can memorize them for life. Now, it's pros and cons to everything, like I said about the AI and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that. It's pros and cons to martial arts. You might can do a fixed pattern or whatever pattern is set in that curriculum for you to learn. But if you're fighting someone that's already familiar with those set patterns, that
Mm-hmm.
might not work. That might not work in your favor.
Right, because you do got different, what is it, different ranks, levels,
Yeah.
tiers, different
Yes.
belts.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what is it? I don't, it's
It,
been a minute since I
it's
took.
it's called it's called katas. You know what I'm saying? Like
Okay.
katas. Well, Japanese martial arts they use katas, but different martial arts depending on what country they came from, they use a different phrase for the forms. But in Japanese, it's called kata. So you might have a kata where you blocking, punching, and kicking and stuff like that. But if you got someone that's already familiar with that art and knows that kata, it might not work against you because for each belt it has a different kata. Somebody might already know first degree black belt kata,
Yeah.
and it might not work against you because they're already familiar with those moves.
Mm-hmm.
And too, like you gotta remember the way they train you in martial arts is to be safe. A lot of times. So you doing all the punches and stuff, y'all taking turns doing that. It's called one step sparring. You gotta remember on the street, black belts gotta be prepared on the street. Nobody's gonna let you get that close to them if they're a skilled fighter. Now, if
Mm-hmm.
they scared or it might not be a skilled fighter, then they don't know what you're gonna do. You might can do some damage and it might work for you. But someone who's already amped up and knows how to fight, they're not gonna let you get close to them for you to grab, punch, or take down. They're not gonna get you. That's just training purposes. So a lot of
Yeah.
people get comfortable with that and they think that's how it's gonna work in a real street fight. It doesn't work against them. They end up getting hurt.
And the thing about martial arts is it teaches you discipline.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, it's fight or flight. You can run through something a lot of times, but
Yeah.
when it's actual and it's practical and you actually have to use it, you might have that moment of shock where it's like, oh my God, this is happening. What am I doing? What am I going to do?
Yeah.
And then it kick in.
Yeah.
But when you get in a real street fight with somebody and you're a martial artist, you have the discipline to know how to throw them blows and stuff like that, and also be able to maintain your stance while you're fighting. And that's a good protective mechanism to have as
Right.
a fighter.
Right. And two, you definitely got a great point. And also too, what a lot of teachers I know what they do is they'll actually spar one on one
Yes.
where the teachers
Yes.
actually striking the person so they can learn to withhold that pain and they get in that mindset, you need to be disciplined, you need to be agile, you need to move a certain way. So when you're in a street fight, it prepares that. You know what I'm saying? That's when you get higher up in the level though. But like because if somebody because if you're mentally prepared and somebody comes to you walking and you now if somebody just ambush you from the back of your head and you don't hear him coming, then that's different because it's nothing's guaranteed. But if somebody's coming, you see him like you can still see off the tip of your eyelid. So if somebody's
Those
coming,
peripherals.
so if somebody's coming like that and you're mentally prepared, you already know how to react. You know what I'm saying? You already know how to react because you're mentally prepared. They don't catch you off guard. But like that's the thing. That's the purpose of training. You got the physical training in martial arts, but you also have the mental training. You know what I'm saying? The mental training is very important because physical training is good. You can train all, like you said, you can train all day and be a master at doing the physical stuff. But the
Mm-hmm.
mental part is kind of can cause you to get hurt if you're not trained right.
Now let me ask this because I know as a boxer, the training, what you have as a boxer, you have to be careful because you're a lethal person. Your body is like a weapon.
Yeah.
Is it the same thing with martial arts training?
Oh yeah, what I mean. But you don't have to get your in the state of Virginia. Every place is different. You don't have to get your hands registered or nothing like that. You know what I mean. Now if you're out there doing bad stuff, doing crimes and hurting people, you might have to. But on a normal situation, you don't have to get like your hands registered. I mean, it is considered all martial artists can have their body as a lethal weapon, but you don't have to get them like registered or nothing like that.
Oh,
But but believe it or not, I want to get on this topic too because,
go
like I
ahead.
said,
Let's go.
not all martial arts ain't guaranteed. But believe it or not, you know what's one of the best fighting styles out there?
What's that?
You just named it. You just
You
named
said
it.
martial arts.
No.
Oh, boxing, boxing.
Yeah.
Yeah, boxing.
That's one of the best outside of MMA. That's one of the best
Oh,
fighting styles, boxing, because normal street fighters, that's what they do, boxing stuff. So like Mike Tyson or whatever. Mike
mm-hmm.
Tyson has beaten people that done martial arts. You know what I mean? Mike Tyson is lethal. So, when you know how to move and duck like that, that's realistic. Boxing, they got another one called Muay Thai. That's Thailand kickboxing where they elbow and knees. That's very effective. I feel like boxing and Muay Thai is more effective than like karate or taekwondo, but you got all them flashy kicks. You don't need to do that in no real situation because you got combat, real life martial arts, but you also got sport wise. Taekwondo is can be a self defense, but it can also be a sport too to compete in.
Now, boxing is well. It's
Yeah,
good to be able to know how to use your other parts of your body when necessary.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
I haven't practiced in boxing or anything like that,
yeah,
and I can believe, or it's my opinion, that boxers are skilled and fighting in more ways than just throwing them hands.
yeah.
But yeah, it's always good to know how to use your body because you have to be adaptable in all circumstances
Oh
and
yeah.
situations.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say this too. Like boxing also has cons to it because if you're fighting someone fast like Jet Li or Jackie Chan that's fast with their feet and can kick, a boxer is
Yeah.
somewhat kind of limited too because you can only punch and move and duck. But the other martial art that you fight, he can punch, kick, he can
Mm-hmm.
he can grab and throw. So boxing, you kind of limited. Not saying that you can't beat martial arts if you're a boxer, but you're kind of limited. So you got that to think about. That's why it's best to learn, like you say, different parts, how to fight different ways. You know what I mean? Like you might got a boxer or a kickboxer that know how to fight on their feet, but if they come against a jujitsu person that can take them to the ground, they might be in trouble. So
Mm-hmm.
it's all good to learn more than one style. You know what I mean?
Fighting is like chess; it's strategy.
Oh yeah,
And the more mentally capable you are of being able to maintain yourself, the better off you'll be. But sometimes it is what it is.
yeah.
And I can see that you're deeply rooted in your passion, and as an artist, it's always good to have an outlet or a few. Let's move on to something else.
Yeah.
Different resources to help like-minded people. What you got to say about that?
I would say, what I'm saying, like, reach out to like, if you're on social media, they got like different type of groups. You know what I'm saying, for what you want to do. You just type it in, just Google it. I would say that. I would say like, as far as resources, ask around and stuff, because people ask around like how do I can get the book out there without it being so expensive. People ask me that all the time. People ask me, what I'm saying, like how different resources. They got a lot of Facebook groups out there, and when you Google like those type of things in the community, they might have something there too that you can get involved with someone that way too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's different ways. The internet is our friend. You know what I'm saying? So people don't realize that.
It is, and I have to admit, I'm not really one for technology. I don't like it, but I know that I have to use it because it's the way of life that we're living in right now. And sometimes I regret not paying attention
Hmm.
in school, like when you're learning the keyboard and everything. It's
Yeah.
like, man, it just seems to be so. I can't even put the words together right now, but it didn't flow with me.
Yeah.
And because it didn't flow, I just kind of sort of kicked it to the curb. And now it's like I'm at a point in my life where I need it, and I'm learning now
Yeah.
as I go and grow through what it is that I'm doing. Um, but as far as how is the rapport, how's the reciprocation and things like that with your experience in various groups out there on social media and
Um,
so on and so forth?
Well, like I said, I actually was helping people get on. Like I put people on to the movie Breathe. I put a couple of people on to that, and they enjoyed it. But my reciprocation, like when I'm sharing to groups and stuff, a lot of times I would meet people out of those groups, and they'll ask how they can get connected to me or get connected to who I'm working with. So a lot of times I just reach out, and then the thing about social media is other people who aren't your friend, who don't know you, they check out your profile and they see that can also have a great effect on you as well and your buzz because they'll want to work with you. Oh, you got a good photo shoot. I think you good for this part. Or like, I heard your music, man. I want you to come perform with me. I want you to do a song with me. I'll pay you. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
so definitely. And so it's all about putting yourself out there and reciprocation because anybody can look you up. As long as your profile is not private, anybody can look you up.
Mm-hmm.
So social media, I know they say that social media is a reason for like divorces and family problems. It's pros and cons to everything, and
It is.
I cannot stress that. You know what I'm saying? They might do that, but if you're trying to promote something, it can help you. You see what I'm saying?
So
And
yeah.
and like you told me before, you can pay for ads. Like Facebook got it where you can pay like ads $5 a day. So if you do $5 a day, they'll promote your stuff for $25. So
Mhm.
like I remember you told me that a while back. And Instagram does that too. You can buy a certain amount of views. It starts out as like $5 or whatever. Then you can work your way up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
And what I
definitely.
and what I learned with that is good for if you have something that you're trying to go, if you're not trying to be limited within a certain radius. Because I
Yeah.
tried the Facebook marketing and
Hmm.
advertisement within a 50-mile radius, and all of my responses were from outside of that radius, which is not a bad thing. But
Yeah.
if I'm sponsoring a local event, I'm trying to reach people locally,
That makes
because
sense.
people in another state, it's a small possibility that they may come, but more than likely they're not. It's
Yeah.
good to have the support in all realms.
Yeah.
So it depends on what it is that you're supporting. If you have, like I said, local versus, something that you like to expand.
Yeah.
Um, but it's a good tool to use. It's a good tool to play around with. And, that's all a part of learning these systems and things of that nature that are out there for marketing and promoting social media, on and off of social media.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, yeah, that does make sense because local events, it speaks, the name speaks for itself. It means what it means. Local event, people who are close by. Now, if, like you say, it's not a bad thing about certain areas because I know somebody from Charlottesville that came all the way down here to do a movie in
Yeah,
Chesapeake. So
yeah,
it also too depends on the person, how much they got a passion for, how bad they want to do it too. Because if somebody rock with you, they rock with you. They'll find a way to do it.
and it also depends on the social media platform that you're using, because I've noticed that Eventbrite, people will travel. People are actually looking for things to do in and outside of their areas, and Eventbrite seems to be more reciprocal as it pertains to the other ones that I've used. Um, so yeah,
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, I definitely need to look into Eventbrite. Is it free to sign up, count up?
definitely
Okay,
it
okay,
is free.
definitely, definitely. Yeah, I definitely look into that because I mean, every little bit helps because even though you're doing Eventbrite, what I mean, it still don't hurt to do promote on Facebook for free or do ads on Facebook or Instagram or whatever because and you're doing the Eventbrite, one plus one equals two, two plus one equals three. So every little bit helps. You
And
know what I'm
what you
saying?
can do is you can create a whole event on Eventbrite and then just share the link on other social media apps that will allow for the link to be live,
Yeah.
for people to just click on it and look, get their tickets, or come out to your venue or whatever it is that you have going on.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
And I want to get back on a thing on like how to how people can get resources
Yes.
to get out there too. Like you said about putting cars out there for people to see you what you're doing and stuff. You can also get flyers printed up. You can get some 4x6 flyers from like Walmart for under $20, depending on how many you get, and you can just get those flyers, drop them off to certain people, put them in the mailbox to certain businesses, drop them off. That's another way to get out there is flyers. You know what I'm saying? And then word of mouth, like you say, people talk. They see those flyers, they can take it upon themselves to print more flyers out to give people, and they can print more flyers out. So the reciprocation definitely can work with flyers
Hmm.
or business cards. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, because
Definitely.
all it takes is somebody don't necessarily got to have a business card to print out. All it takes is anybody go to the library and print up a bunch of stuff with your information on and pass it out. Like, yo, this person does this. It's good. Hit them up. You know what I mean? So
And it's
yeah,
good to have different types of promotional material out there, because you definitely want to have a business card so people know that you're professional and they can take you serious. And you also want to be able to reach people through flyers. And there's something that I recently came across. It's a digital business card. Um, I think I sent you the link. If I haven't, I will send you the link, because all you have to do, you can upload the information in the app, and then just shoot a text, and then that way, when you shoot a text to someone or an email to someone, they have the opportunity to save your contact information.
is that's not a link tree, is it?
Linktree is good, but it's called Hi Hello, one of them.
Oh no! If
And
you did send it to me, I probably didn't get to it because I never heard it. I don't think I heard it. You might have sent it to me,
I'm gonna send it to you.
but yeah, but I the reason why I asked about Linktree because you remember Michelle Spanky
Yes. Yeah.
when we did her event for
Yeah.
vendors I had met someone that was there or whatever that and they was one of the vendors. She was telling me about like Linktree. You could put all your links to it. so you don't have to give people one on one your links. You can just give them all at once. So she was like, Linktree is a good way to do it. I haven't had a chance to get around to it, but I will at
Oh
some
yeah.
point. But like she was telling me about Linktree, that's why I asked about that.
And the thing about that, hi, hello, I need to get the name right. The digital business card, you can put your link tree up there too. You can put all of that stuff on your digital business card. So
Yes,
yeah,
yes, I need that. Yeah,
yes.
every little bit helps though. You know what I mean? You know what
Hmm.
they say, four hands is better than two. You know, so
When
every
they
little
all
bit helps.
working properly, because
Yeah,
when they
yeah,
like this, you
yeah,
getting smothered one on top of the other.
yeah,
But when they like,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
we can get it.
yeah. It's
We
just
can get
like
it.
I've worked jobs where it required a group to get the job done. Like you could be I was in a warehouse where we had to put freight on the truck. Now if it's just two hands doing it, you know what I'm saying? That person can be limited. But if it's four hands, they can move more freight and it get the job done faster. So
Hmm.
same way with this, promotion. You got different avenues, you got different ways. Every little bit's gonna help. So yeah.
And you know what? Cross promo is a good thing because it gives the opportunity for both or all people involved to be able to get what they're doing out there. The
Yeah.
person sharing gets recognition, just
Yeah.
like the person who they're sharing or promoting gets the
Yeah,
recognition.
yeah. That's just like yeah, you definitely right because that's just like whenever if you notice sometimes when I promote my music video when I share it. I put your information, caught you by Ali, like I'll say like, yeah, caught you by Ali. She has earrings on. That's her product. You want some good product? Hit her up. And I
Thank
put the
you.
link, and I put the
And
link in there with my link to my music video. You notice I do that.
yes,
I believe in that, and that's just
yes,
like
yes.
the lady Crystal May
Hmm.
for the production film Breathe. She brought my book and I brought her DVD to her first movie. And I don't know if you've seen it, but I had a picture where she got my book and I got her DVD for the movie holding it up, cross promotion. You know
That's
what I'm
what's
saying?
up.
So yeah, I believe in it because I feel good about helping people. Not that I want anything in return. This is saying when you, it's better to give than receive. When you give, you're gonna get interest back. And it's not that I only want that, but I really, in my genuine heart, I love helping people
I get that.
because
I get
people
that.
because it's people that especially people that's like minded like me, and I know how it's not easy. So if I can get somebody in or help somebody get their foot in the door, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? So I just love helping people, and it feels good when they appreciate you.
No doubt. Let me ask you this. Now, Breathe is wrapping up.
Yeah.
Y'all, is there a trailer or something
Oh
available?
yes, it's a teaser, and I'm actually in the teaser. I mean, you
Okay.
had to see for yourself. I don't want to let the audience know, what I did in the teaser because that'll kind of spoil it. Like, don't tell me, don't people like, don't tell me, don't tell me, don't tell me. So, but I will send you the link to
Yes.
the teaser or whatever.
Yes.
So you'll see me in it. So
Okay.
yes, yes.
That's what's up.
And we're
Oh!
working on. And she said earlier this morning that we're working on doing interviews. So I'll most likely be doing an interview talking about it because I'm one of the cast members,
Yeah.
and I'm one of the audio guys too. I don't know if you've seen a picture, but I'm holding up a boom pole.
Okay.
I do audio too, so I
Okay.
do audio. I help them with audio, and I'm an actor. So yeah, I love it.
Yeah. You filling in all the
Yeah,
trades.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
that's a
They
beautiful thing.
appreciate me. So yes,
That's
definitely,
good. That's
definitely,
real good.
definitely, definitely.
Now
So
let me ask you something. We talked about reciprocating a little bit. We touched on it, but
yeah.
how to reciprocate support and possibly open doors for opportunities and gain support in return. What's your spill on that?
Um, for opportunities reciprocation. Well, one of the things is like I found out that one of the ways for people to get people to support you is you have to take your craft, you have to take yourself seriously. Because if you're
Mm,
not applying yourself right in that, you can't expect for nobody to take you seriously. Because a lot of artists, I remember this one rapper that I worked with, he said this and it made sense. He was like, a lot of artists they become one hit wonders, or a lot of them they'll get one song, one hit, or they do one movie and they create revenue off of it. Then all of a sudden they get lazy and don't want to work no more. You see what I'm saying? So
mm,
you got to take yourself seriously. You got to keep fresh material out there. You got to keep reciprocating for people to see that once. Maybe not at first. Some certain people might not support you at first or respect your reciprocating process at first, but certain people, as you keep doing it and they see that you're serious, then they'll want to step in and support and invest into
so it's that consistency
you. Yeah,
and also being true to yourself and being disciplined.
Yes,
Wow.
yes, yes, definitely,
Wow.
definitely.
Taking your craft seriously
Because
because it was given to you.
yes, because certain people are telling me like, oh wow, I see you be doing a lot of this stuff. I seen you at first, but dang man, I didn't know that you did all that. Cause see,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people want to see a pattern. They want to see that. They want to see that. They want to see that pattern of consistency. You know what I'm saying?
And some people are strictly about investment. Okay, I want to see how my investment is being, how my investment is being used. You know, how's my money going? In which way is it going to support this investment? Because there are times when people ask, you know, especially with nonprofit organizations, you know, what's the mission? What's this? What's that? But as an artist, it's a show and prove type of thing as opposed to, okay, talking about what you do. But talking about your results are not a bad thing at all.
No, 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 not talking about it. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. When people ask your process and stuff, yeah, you got to be able to, tell them a legit answer because I mean, of course, we all know they got a right to know what you want them to invest in, so they got to know, and either they can say all they can do is just say yes or no, what I mean, and it's a saying like this thing with Legal Shield,
Mm-hmm.
they told me when I looked at a Zoom meeting like you got to be prepared to deal with no's.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But each time somebody say no, it's somebody out there that's gonna say yes. It's a matter of you running into that person that's gonna say yes.
And that's a tough pill to swallow, especially, you know, as an artist when you know that you put out good work and it's like, okay, no, or, you know,
Yeah,
not now. You just got to keep going.
yeah, definitely.
You got to keep going. And speaking of keep going, you know, we're coming up on the end of our time here on this show.
Yeah.
And I'd like to give you the floor so that the listen audience knows how to get in touch with you.
Okay. You can get in touch with me on Instagram at Real Venom Bar 757. YouTube at T Real 406. You spell that TREAL and the number 406. Twitter at T Real 757. Let me see what else. My website, www.trealofficial.com. So those are the best ways to get in contact with me. I'll be creating a TikTok soon. I keep saying I've been wanting to do one, but I'm gonna do one because I found out people are blowing up off of TikTok as well. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll be creating that soon, and I give that to the audience too.
That's what's up. I mean, and then when another thing with TikTok, you know, what I do with my material for Culture by Ali, and I will be uploading material for Real Talk 757 on TikTok. I just pretty much take what I post up on TikTok, I download it, and then I share it in other places so that people know. That's another way to cross promote. Okay, my business, Culture by LE, Real Talk 757, T Real 406. This is what we are on our social media platforms. So that's what's up.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, I just want to give a shout out to Buddha Eternal. I'm wearing my Compa today on my arm. Check them out at Conscious Planet at 28th and Granby out in Norfolk. I also want to give a shout out to the best of 757 Community Talk Show. Check them out on YouTube at Bond Digital Media, and we get ready to roll out. Thanks for watching, and last but not least, thank you for being here today.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you.
Yes, ma'am. It's all my pleasure.
Catch us next time. We'll be back. This is Real Talk 757. We out.
All right. Let's go to that. Yeah.
Am I out? Okay, can I get out of here? My phone is being a little bloop bloop today. Okay, there we go. Am I out? Am I